Sanibonani mthwakazi omuhle, Sethemba lingene kuhle eminyakeni omusha. Siyalamukela njalo kwesinye isiqephu sethu sezindaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio. Namhla kungumvulo zinhlanu kuzibandlela ngomnyaka ka-2026. Indaba lizethulelwa umkhethiwe Chuma. Ngesikhangile kwesihamba phambili namhlanje kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio. Ukuthunjwa kwamaduro sokulethe imbono ehlukeneyo. Umnyaka ka-2026 ngumnyaka wamandla abantu, kusho uMkhwananzi. Abalwela amalungelo abantu abakhubazekileyo bathi uhulumende kumele asungule isikhwama semali yabantu abakhubazekileyo. Nanzi indaba zethu ngokugcweleyo. Umongameli waseMelika uDonald Trump umemezele ukuthunjwa kukamongameli waseVenezuela uNicolas Maduro kanye lonkosikazi wakhe uCelia Flores. Lokho kwenziwe ingxenye yamabutho aseMelika, kanti njalo lokhu kwenziwe emathathakusa angomgqibelo. Ukuthunjwa kukaMaduro nguhulumende waseMelika sokulethe imbono eshiyeneyo, kanti njalo abanye bavumelana lokukhitshwa kwakhe embusweni ngesizathu sokuba uhulumende wakhe ubehlukumeza amalungelo abantu baseVenezuela. Kolunye uhlangothi njalo abanye bayasola uhulumende waseMelika ngokwephula imithetho yenhlanganiso yomhlaba wonke jikelele. Siye sakhulumisana losaziwayo wezokuthengiselana u-Obed Masaraure osiphe eyakhe imbono mayelana ngalolu daba.
Our views on the Maduro crisis are informed by our class position, and we always try to incorporate our class analysis to say capitalism by its nature is polarizing. It creates rich countries, poor countries. It creates rich people and poor people. And when we are looking at Venezuela, there's nothing different between Venezuela and Zimbabwe. We are countries on the periphery. And whilst we are in the periphery, we are feeding the rich countries, including the US, with our minerals, which are not with no value addition, raw materials, cheap labor, everything. And again, they then sell back to us, process the goods. That's how we become poor permanently, and how they get rich. And now when America is invading Venezuela for its oil, abducting their president, we know Maduro is a dictator. We know he has been oppressing his people, but we don't believe that America has a right to get into Venezuela and make decisions of the Venezuelan people. We know that the Americans have no interest to develop Venezuela. Their interests are to continue extracting raw materials, to get cheap labor, and to get markets for their products. So we stand with the people of Venezuela, and we're unapologetic when we say America has no business in Venezuela. We are not apologetic when we say down with American imperialism, because it is because of such imperialism that has kept nations like Zimbabwe and Venezuela poor. And we need to dismantle such a system and ensure that our countries on the periphery find each other as the global south and check their developmental paths without the aid or the assistance of the imperialist forces who are our class enemies. So we stand with the working people in Venezuela, and we urge them to take this window of opportunity to reconstruct Venezuela and build a genuinely socialist Venezuela where power resides in the hands of the masses of our people, the workers, the peasants, and everyone. Then they utilize their resources for the transformation of their country into a great country. We are not here on this earth to build the interests of America and other Westerners. We are here also to construct our own livelihoods, to chart our own path as developing countries and build better lives for ourselves.
Usomlomo webandla eliphikisayo uPromise Mkhwananzi useveze ukuba umnyaka ka-2026 kungumnyaka wamandla abantu. Uyiwangezelela ngokuthi umnyaka ka-2026 uletha ithuba lokuba abantu bamanyane ukuze balwisane lodaba olufuqwa libandla leZANU-PF oluka-2030. Lolo lujonge ukuba kudluliselwe ukhetho lomnyaka ka-2028 phambili. uMkhwananzi uthi izakhamizi kumele zimanyane zingavuma ukwephulwa kwesisekelo sombuso ukuze obusa ngodlakela aqhubeke esesikhundleni. Ake sizweni kaMkhwananzi ekhuluma.
Ngithanda ke ukubonga inkosi uNkulunkulu umdali osinikelela ithuba ukuthi sibe singabaphilileyo ngomnyaka omutsha, umnyaka ka-2026 olethuba elikhulu kakhulu kuma citizens akuleli lizwe ukuthi sibambe ndawonye udaba lokudefenda isisekelo sombuso waleli lizwe esingathi i-constitution ukuze umnumzana uMnangagwa engatholi ithuba loku-amend i-constitution, abhale kwekhanda lakhe, abhale okungekho emthethweni ukuze abuse kufike ngo-2030. Sithi thina hayi lokho kusoze kwenzakale, sizamanyana njengozulu jikelele waleli lizwe elikhulu, ilizwe leZimbabwe, sihambe ndawonye, sibambe ndawonye, silwe ndawonye, sinqobe-ke, sibisele ilizwe leZimbabwe kungqubela phambili, sibisele ilizwe leZimbabwe ku-constitutionalism, ku-democracy laku-rule of law.
Abalwela amalungelo abantu abalokukhubazeka bathi uhulumende kumele asungule isikhwama semali ilizwe lonke jikelele ukuze leyo mali incedise ekufundiseni abantu abalokukhubazeka. Kunkulumo yabo abayethule mhla kugujwa usuku olwaziwa ngokuthi yi-World Braille Day. Omunye walabo abalwela amalungelo lawa, uDenius Mutsingwa, umemezele ukuba kube lesikhwama njalo esizakwenza kuthengwe izinto ezisetshenziswa ukubala ngebraille ngentengo ephansi. Ake sizweni uMutsingwa ekhuluma.
Today in Shabani, we are celebrating the life and the birth of Louis Braille, the giant that pioneered the invention of Braille as a way of reading and writing for those with visual impairment. We are proud about Louis Braille because through Braille, we are independent. Through Braille, there is inclusivity in schools. Through Braille, there is accessibility of information. And through Braille, there is equality. So today, we are joining with other nations of the world in commemorating the life and birth of Louis Braille. However, we are doing that with dissatisfaction in the fact that persons with visual impairments are facing serious challenges in the country. First and foremost, the Shabani district, where we are commemorating this today, there is no single school that is offering Braille. So we are calling upon the Shabani district to ensure that they introduce Braille in primary and secondary schools. The other challenge that we are having is that Braille equipment are very, very expensive and they are not found in local shops. So there are no shops that are selling Braille equipment, Perkins Braille machine, slates, styluses. In Shani district, there are no shops. In Berry, there are no shops. In Kwekwe, there are no shops. In Masvingo, there are no shops. In Gwanda, there are no shops. So we are calling upon the government to make sure that they set up shops so that persons with visual impairment, they can also buy Braille equipment from local shops. Since these machines are very expensive, we are recommending that the government put a subsidy on all assistive devices that are used by persons with disabilities. Apart from subsidy, I'm calling upon the government to ensure that there is a national disability levy. We have seen that the government was more interested in introducing the HIV and AIDS levy 3%. We are also calling upon the government to make sure that there is a national disability levy. This will help persons with visual impairment to acquire assistive devices, and schools to buy assistive devices like the Perkins Braille machine. So apart from that, we are also appealing to the government to ensure that all colleges, all universities avail courses that train all teachers so that they can read and write Braille. They can also use sign language so that when they teach in classes, they we do not hire specialists. Everyone will be able to teach braille. That's the inclusivity that we are talking about. So we are saying, let us be inclusive in education. Let us be inclusive in all aspects of life. Thank you.
Ngomgqibelo wedlulileyo amapholisa amemezele ukuboshwa kukambulali u-Annie Mozwitha oneminyaka engama-32 ngemva kokuba besebenzisane lebutho lesizwe. UZwitha oyewenza indumela enyangeni edlulileyo ngemva kokuba ebulele amalunga 5 omndeni wakhe eGuruve. Omunye weziphathamandla zebandla eliphikisayo uStephen Sarkozy Chuma uncome kakhulu amapholisa ngokusukumela phezulu ukuze kuboshwe lo umbulali. Waphinda njalo wabakhuthaza ukuba kabasukumele phezulu njalo ekubopheni abantu abakhohlakeleyo abaphambanisa ukuthunganyelwa kwelizwe. Ake sizweni uChuma ekhuluma.
Yes, welcome the news of the arrest of a notorious criminal, Annie Mozwitha, who had terrorized the community of Guruve, who had killed 5 people from the same family. And indeed, we applaud both the members of the military and the police for a successful operation that led to the arrest of Annie Mozwitha. This shows that our police and our military can do splendid things for the country with the right focus. This is contrary to a situation that we witnessed in 2018, where the military were making headlines for wrong reasons after killing 6 innocent civilians in the streets of Harare on 1 August 2018. This is contrary to the images that we see every day, where the police are always in running battles with the vendors who are trying to eke out a living. This is contrary to what we see every time when people want to protest against bad governance. The police always crash demonstrations and arrest individuals. But on this one, the police were spot on. They must focus on arresting all criminals. They must focus on making sure that our people live peaceful without fear of criminals. But we would also want to bring to the attention of both the military and the police about the issue of rampant corruption that is going on in this country. We have seen people like Chivayo, Kudakpasheta Gurei, Obadiah Moyo, Henrietta Rushwaya getting away with corruption. This is not the Zimbabwe that we want, because nobody is above the law. So we urge the police, we urge the military to make sure that they investigate cases of corruption in this country, because it is corruption that is killing our country. It is corruption that is making our people suffer. So the police will urge them to investigate cases of corruption involving Chivayo, Kudakwashita Gurei, Obadiah Moyo, Henrietta Rushwaya, and the other criminals that are surrounding Emmerson Mnangagwa.
Usaziwayo ku-Union yamatitshala uMnyaradzi Masiwa uthi umthelo waziwa ngokuthi i-presumptive rental income tax oqale ukusebenza ekuqaleni komnyaka uza kwenza imithelo yezindlu ikhuphuke ngenani elingange-15 ekhulwini. uMasiwa uthi lo umthelo ujonge amabhizinisi kanti njalo lokhu kuzakwenza kuba intengo yezinto ikhuphuke kakhulu ngenxa yalo umthelo. Ake sizweni uMasiwa ekhuluma.
Indeed, a 15% rental tax on business premises can have a ripple effect on our economy. You realize that these big business owners who own premises where there are tenants, they will just transfer that 15% to the shoulder of these small to medium entrepreneurs who are renting on their premises. And these SMEs will simply put that 15% or more on their goods and services that they offer to ordinary citizens. So ordinary citizens at the end of it will simply suffer, because business owners will give reasons like higher operating costs. And also we will see people losing employment because of this, and Also, there will be strict measures to employ more people, because business owners want to cover that 15% that has been put on their shoulders. So business ordinarily may freeze hiring or lay off staff to offset that cost. So we've got a potential slowdown in wage growth, and even I'm talking about job losses. But we know, for the matter of fact, that when there is more tax that is being collected from the citizens, we expect that there will be also um, subsidies. The government must use that collected tax to subsidize social amenities. But we know our state, we know our government, they are not known for that. So we will generally, or in a nutshell, a 15% tax on commercial rents will usually passes cost to tenants, who raises prices for goods and services and nudging inflation up a bit. And landlords may absorb some cost if they can't, and we know they are not in a position to absorb any cost. We know the capitalism in our country, they would definitely put all the cost on the final consumer, who is the ordinary citizens. And our state, we know it, they will not use the tax effectively. They will not convert it to subsidies that I was talking about. They will not fund transport, they will not fund education, they will not fund the health care, and they will boast of having a lot of money that will be lying idle, that they call reserves. So we are in a tight situation. As it stands, the ordinary citizen will continue to suffer.
Izakhamizi zaseChireti South sezicele ukuba uhulumende alungise ibholoho laseChilonga, leli abathi liyo yodwa indlela yokuba bayengena edolobheni laseChireti. Omunye wabathungameli kulesi sabelo saseChilonga, uLivingston Chikutu, uthi mnyaka yonke nxa kumele kune izulu leli bholoho kalidluleki ngenxa yokugcwala komfula uRunde. Uye wathi asikho isifiso kuhulumende sokuba balungise leli bholoho ngoba uhulumende ofanayo uthenga imota zikanokusho ngemali ephezulu, kanti izakhamizi ziyehluleka ukuba zithole intuthuko ezabelweni zabo. Ake simzweni uChikutu ekhuluma.
Ya negore dzva 2026 taiona inowira zvakanaka nematambudziko kuno kuChireti South. Bridge rekwaChilonga every year dzinotori news dzatinotaura pamusoro pebridge rekwaChilonga, kutanga kwegore nekupera kwegore nepakati pegore tinoona bridge rekwaChilonga richiyeredzwa. Tinoona muna June July vanhu vachiuya vachiti vakuda kugadzira bridge rekwaChilonga vachiisa matombo. Chinhu chatotoziva kuti chinhu chinotoitwa every year. Chinhu ichocho rinotori dambudziko iroro, kugara takaimba nziyo imwe chete. Kuimba nziyo idzi tichiti what other day government ichatinzwa yogadzirisa dambudziko iroro. Izvezvi Runde rwakazara, hakusi kuambukika. Vanhu vari kuenda nekunana Mupapa uko, naivo wana Mupapa chibridge choko chinozara, vanopedzera voenda nekurutenga. Rinotori dambudziko roga roga rinouya muvanhu, rinoreva kuti kunenge kwadhileya zvinhu zvakawandisa. Umwe anoda kumhanyira kuenda kuchikoro, nditicha, mwe mudhumeni, hazvichafambi nenguva zvona izvozvo. Saka dambudziko iri toda kuti rigadzirisike, tisagara chiri chinhu tiri munyozo. Chanzwa kuti mari yebridge rekwaChilonga yawanikwa, yerakuda kuzovakwa, nevanhu vanopedzisira vakupokana pachavo, umwe achiti yawanikwa, umwe achiti hapana nemari iripo. At the end unozwana kuti for sure hapana mari iripo, asi yaingori miromo chete yaingotaura. saka dambudziko iri tinotarisa kuti ngariitwe ripere. Tinogara tichitaura pamusoro pebridge rekuchipinda kuti ndo rakanga riri bridge ravakaramba kugadzira mumabridge ose akagadzirwa, asi iro rakangosara rakangodaro, which is a big problem kuvanhu vechiredzi south. So ikombela kubridge lili aliendliwe lihela 2026 ile imwanyani yemalembe angahinza anganditi hlupheko tebridge lekachilonga.
Ngesibuyele kudaba lwethu oluhamba phambili, siye sabuza izakhamizi ngembono yabo mayelana ngokuthunjwa kukamongameli waseVenezuela uNicolas Maduro ukuba kambe isehlakalo esinjalo singakhona yini ukwenzeka kwele Zimbabwe lapho umnangagwa ehlezi phezu kwenkohlakalo njalo esephula amalungelo abantu ngendlela ephezulu.
Makadi vana veZimbabwe, makadi kumativi mana vese venyika tinotenda kuti makava negore rakanaka ra 2026. Tichitarisa pakusungwa kwakaitwa waNicolas Maduro neAmerica, idanho rakanaka zvikuru, especially kune vatungamiriri vanotyora kodzero dzevanhu, especially kune vatungamiriri vanotyora human rights evanhu emunyika yavo, uyezvewo nevavo vanoramba kutambira kana vachinge vadyiwa nemaopposition. Tinozvitenda zvikuru sevana veZimbabwe uye tinozvigamuchira zvikuru kuti zvakaitwa naPresident Trump chinhu chakanaka zvikuru ende chinopawo chidzidzo kune mamwe mapresident ekudzimwe nyika, especially muno muAfrica. Muno muAfrica tazara nemapresident ari kurambira pazvigaro, tazara nemaelection asingaitwe free and fair, tazara nemaelection asingaremekedzwe zvido zvevanhu. Saka tinotiwo waTrump, dai kuri kuti waTrump danho ravakatora kuVenezuela ngavaritorewo danho iroro vachipinda muAfrica. MuAfrica mune mapresident anogara pazvigaro asina kusarudzwa zevanhu, zvakafanana napresident weku Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri Museveni ari kutyora kodzero dzevanhu vachienda kumaelection. Vanhu vari kuurayiwa, maopposition ari kusungwa, maopposition vari kuurayiwa nekuda kwekuti mutungamiri wenyika wemuAfrica kana achinge achembera haade kubva pachigaro, anoda kufira pachigaro. Zvimwe chetewo noutungamiri hwaMnangagwa. VaMnangagwa vakajiwa maelection navachamisa kaviri kesi, but havadi kubva pachigaro nekuda kwokuti vanenge vachitsigirwa nemauto. Saka tiri kuti isusu waTrump, regai kutarisa kunana South America chete kana kunana North America, tarisaiwo nomuAfrica. MuAfrica mune mapresident asiri kuremekedza kodzero dzevanhu, vari kumbunyikidzwa, chichiita kaurayiwa mberi, kunyanya mutungamiri wemuZimbabwe. Vanhu vari kuurayiwa, vanhu vari unourayiwa nguva dzemaelection, maelection afambe zvakanaka, vanenge vachingoita chitsotsi vachiramba vari pazvigaro. Saka tiri kuti isusu zvaitwa navaTrump tiri kuzvigamuchira zvikuru kuti ndokuti vatungamiri kana vachiita maelection ngavaite maelection okusarudzwa nevanhu nokudiwa kwevanhu, kwete kuti vagare neumbimbidoga hwekuti vanenge vachitsigirwa nemauto. Tatenda.
Ake sikhangele kwezemidlalo. Umdlali waphambili odlalela iReal Madrid uBrahim Diaz uye wahlohla igoli lakhe lesine emidlalweni ye-AFCON tournament le ebidlalelwa eMorocco, lapho iMorocco inqobe iTanzania 1-0 emidlalweni odlalwe izolo kusihlwa, sebedlulele phambili kuma-quarter finals. Ilizwe lase-South Africa selikhitshwe iCameroon ngemva kokwehluleka ukuba linqobe lidliwe 2-1 emidlalweni wabo. NgoMgqibelo iqembu leMali ebeselilabadlali abalishumi liye lethusa iqembu laseTunisia ngemva kokuba bewine 3-2 emidlalweni ophele usudlala ngama-penalty lapho bebehlohle baba ngujikelo bhanqa 1-1 ngesikhathi esingezelelweyo. ISenegal yona layo idlulele phambili kuma-quarter finals ngemva kokuba inqobe iSudan 3-1. Kumidlalo ye-English Premier League edlaliwe ngempelaviki, i-Arsenal isiphezulu njalo ngamaphuzu ayisithupha ngemva kokuba inqobe iBournemouth 3-2, kukanti iManchester City yona ibengujikelo bhanqa leChelsea 1-1. Nansi eminye imiphumela yemidlalo edlalwe ngempelaviki: iLeeds 1, Manchester United 1, Fulham 2, Liverpool 2, Newcastle 2, Crystal Palace 0, Everton 2, Brentford 4, Tottenham Tottenham 1, Sunderland 1, Aston Villa 3, Nottingham Forest 1, Wolves 3, West Ham 0. Oziphetha lezi indaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio naze bezihamba phambili. Ukuthunjwa kukaMaduro sokulethe imbono ehlukeneyo. Umnyaka ka-2026 ngumnyaka wamandla abantu, kusho Mkhwananzi. Abalwela amalungelo abantu abakhubazekileyo bathi uhulumende kumele asungule isikhwama semali sokunakekela abakhubazekileyo. Siziphetha lapha lezi indaba.